We've learned that Trump's latest business venture has something to do with crypto, but so far, of course, the details are pretty vague. Seems to be his style. What we do know, however, is that cryptocurrency moguls are donating massive amounts of money to Trump's campaign. We will get to that shortly, but first, let's talk about the DeFiant Ones, which is the name of Trump's upcoming crypto project. DeFi stands for decentralized finance. Trump posted about it yesterday saying, "For too long, the average American has been squeezed by the banks and financial elites. It's time we take a stand together, the DeFiant Ones." And again, of course, as we all knew he would, using his photo of his assassination attempt to promote some sort of likely scam. And I love that he pretends he's not a financial elite, and people swallow that up. But that link only goes to a Telegram channel, so that's not taking us to an official website or any official information. Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. are also involved with the project, which doesn't really add credibility, I wouldn't say. In an exclusive interview with the New York Post, Eric gave some vague details on what exactly the DeFiant Ones is. He said, "It's digital real estate, it's equitable, it's collateral anyone can get access to and do so instantly." I don't know if people realize what a shakeup that is for the world of banking and finance. I hope we can help change that. Essentially, over half this country right now cannot be banked, meaning they will be rejected for most loans from most institutions. But with this technology, they could have the ability to almost instantaneously be approved or denied from a lender based on math, not policy. Money could be in their accounts in minutes, not months. My family has certainly had our fair share of financial discrimination. I've had a unique perspective on how easily people can be kept out of certain markets. It slows everything down. It's not right. At some point, I think we all want some form of financial independence and a world where we don't have to play the big banks' playbook. Yes, I'm sure the financial discrimination the Trump family's received is just totally random, not on account of them intentionally misvaluing their properties and just being fraudsters in every way. Probably got nothing to do with that. I'm sure it's just random discrimination against the Trumps. As you can see, the Trump family in this language is using a lot of populist rhetoric to market this project, but the Trumps, again, of course, perhaps best known for scamming ordinary people scamming the populace out of their hard-earned money. So only time will tell if this crypto venture is any different. I think crypto has a lot of positives. I think that it really does help to have an alternative to these central banks. But do you want the Trumps leading it? That's where I'm quite uncertain.
Hey, don't scroll away. Come back. Because before the video continues, we just want to urge you to lend your support to TYT. You power our honest reporting. You do it at tyt.com/team, and we love you for it.
If you can't do stakes, if you can't do a nonprofit philanthropy organization for veterans, if you can't run a fake football team, if you can't do hotels, why in the hell would I give you my money? No way this is a good idea. I mean, in general, if someone else was on it, but Trump and anybody associated with him, this just sounds like money is about to get taken from them. And the sad part about it is there are gonna be a lot of people that are gonna sign up for it. I am just afraid. Also, when I hear this tagline, digital real estate, I can't help but think about the metaverse. Like, are they selling states on the metaverse? Like, I'm getting nervous about Trump family talking about digital real estate. I think I heard them start that 3 or 4 years ago when Junior was at a conference talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, they want all the real estate, even invisible real estate. They're coming for all the property they can get. Jordan.
So a couple things that stood out to me on Mondale's point, the real estate thing, we saw that play with the metaverse and to an extent, NFTs. I think they see an opportunity. This is something that Trump has dabbled in before, overpriced digital goods or assets. And in that context, it costs them next to nothing to produce, and they can charge people who knows how much money. They would overinflate the value, of course, by slapping Trump's name on it and insisting, oh, this is a good investment. The other thing that worries me is the lending capacity, that comment about how, well, half of these people can't get loans. Of course, there's a variety of factors that feed into why people can't get loans sometimes. And I'm not saying it's good that we have safeguards like that, or entirely good because it doesn't always include what creates that economic condition. We could talk about low wages. We can talk about wealth being centralized at the top, the 1%. People like Trump and his family hoarding the wealth, fighting against wealth taxes. But what worries me is some sort of crypto subprime lending play that kind of is hinted at, if I'm reading that right, in that quote. We saw what that looks like when banks or financial institutions, or in this case, some sort of crypto play, grants and lends money to people who they know do not have the capability of repaying it, and then tacking on really high interest rates. So they'll owe much, much more on the principal over time. Then you have compounding interest, and then they are just forever indebted to you. Not to mention, of course, the obvious scams and lack of guardrails for that industry that we should have if we want it to be some sort of viable alternative like any other monetary system or any other financial institution. The lack of safeguards and that comment being, oh, these people can't get loans, so we're gonna give them loans, kind of seems like some sort of crypto like payday lender operation the Trump campaign is toying with. That really worries me.
Yeah, very, very strong point. You know, they already have all of their followers, the MAGA faithful, that are indebted to them psychologically for some reason. But imagine what they can do when they literally can't break. You know, you asked in another story earlier, what will it ever take, if anything, to get these people to realize the grift? But imagine how terrible now if they're financially tied to and literally owe money to Trump and to Trump's financial machine. They won't ever be able to escape, even if they do have a come to Jesus realization one day and try to escape, they will not be able to do it. And I say that as a proud owner of my Trump NFT trading cards, where he's a superhero and he's a basketball player, and I'm hoping those go high in value. I put my entire future children's college funds into those cards, believing in them. So we'll see. And also just crypto money and politics in general has become a very outsized influence in our already very broken political machine in this country that is just completely controlled by money and dark money that you don't know where it's coming from. The crypto industry has been donating tons of money to Trump's campaign. The Winklevoss brothers, the original creators of Facebook or whatever, pledged $1 million in Bitcoin each to Trump's campaign. The amounts exceeded the $844,600 max that the Trump 47 committee, the joint fundraising group to which they donated, can legally accept from an individual. So they were refunded the difference. So then they each chipped in $250,000 for America PAC, the super PAC through which Elon Musk and allies are backing Trump. Other America PAC donors include Sean McGuire of VC firm Sequoia Capital, who has expressed interest in legitimizing crypto and announced a $300,000 Trump donation. Ken Howery, a founder, along with Peter Thiel of VC firm Founders Fund, which is heavily invested in crypto and blockchain technologies, has given $1 million. During his campaign, Trump promised he would be an ally of the crypto industry, going so far as to state that under his leadership, the US would be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world. He's also proposed a number of crypto-friendly policies. He just spoke at a big crypto conference in Texas, in Austin, I believe it was, and gave a speech that really pleased all of the crypto folks that were excited to hear what a potential future president was saying and promising. And again, while crypto, I think, has a lot of positives, it's also very speculative. It's very risky. It's decentralized in a way which is good, and it's decentralized in a way that makes it very risky without any sort of even the few guarantees that the traditional banking system gives you. And crypto's influence in our elections go well beyond Trump. A new report from Public Citizens found that in 2024, crypto corporations have poured over $119 million directly into influencing federal elections, primarily into a nonpartisan super PAC dedicated to electing pro-crypto candidates and defeating crypto skeptics. Crypto corporations are by far the dominant corporate political spenders in 2024, as nearly half, 48% of all corporate money contributed during this year's election, $248 million so far, came from crypto backers. Since Citizens United, the crypto corporations are now second in total election-related spending, trailing only fossil fuel corporations, which have spent 176 million over the past 14 years, including 73 million from Koch Industries. So this is not something that's just bubbling up. This is full force. Mondale, what are your thoughts on this?
Listen, Citizen United frightens the hell out of me. This much money for an office that does not even pay $500,000, and the world don't believe that someone is expecting favors. This much money into a congressional race or a Senate race, it should be absolutely illegal in the United States. How can we say our democracy is functioning properly when we watch legally people buy politicians? You have to be beyond naive to believe that these people don't want something in return for giving a candidate so much money, and also continue to do it cycle after cycle. We must be out of our mind to believe that we, people that can't afford to give way too much to a candidate, so much so that you're refunded a check more than $100,000 because you sent too much. That is unbelievable. That is unbelievable to me. The fact that two people did it in the same election cycle to the same candidate, telling you it's blaring what's going to happen. The recusal process that we supposedly have for the Supreme Court justice should also apply to politicians. If you receive money from any of these industries, it should be against the law for you to ever sign, vote, or do anything as it pertains to legislation around them. And I bet you'll see how fast money dry up in politics if we started playing serious.
I agree with you completely on that. That would be great. That would be a great rule. And also, I feel when identical twins donate, they should have the limit of just one person. I don't feel like that should be two different people. That's my thoughts. Jordan?
Yeah, I think that's a fair rule. But it is funny, though, that this just perfectly reveals how purchasable Trump is. And everyone's got a price tag, of course, but Trump is so clearly transactional with how he operates politically. Of course, he told the oil and gas industry, yeah, X amount of money and we're good. We'll get rid of all of these regulations if I win. Just laying it all out there. It's just purely bribes. And with the crypto industry flooding his campaign and supportive PACs with donations, all of a sudden he cares about this. Ask him to explain it. Someone should just ask him to explain it, because this conference you talked about in Nashville, his closing line, I don't know if you saw the clip, he said, have fun playing with your Bitcoin or whatever. Like, I don't even think he knows what it is. He just knows
it was Nashville,
these people like me. What's that?
It was Nashville. Yeah, I said Austin, but you're right. It was Nashville. And I don't think he gets it at all. It's true.
Yeah. These people like him. They donate to his campaign, or they donate to PACs supporting his campaign. They want him to do something. There's money involved. Okay, sure, I care about this now. There's no idea what it is.
Yeah, I think that's pretty clear. It's like when he talks about AI, we'll talk about that in a minute later in the show, and he goes, on AI, they have my voice. And it's like, that's not even how you would phrase that. So I don't think he's understanding the concept of a blockchain secured, decentralized currency. The guy barely understands how to memorize a list of 5 things involving man, person, TV, and camera. So I wouldn't put his intellectual capacity super high. But that's where we are. People are throwing their money in to a man who doesn't really even understand how it got there, but he certainly doesn't mind taking it.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. We really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.